Hello everyone, Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, I'll be doing a retro review for The Losers 2010. This is a movie rated PG-13 with a runtime of an hour and 37 minutes. As of the recording of this video, we have a Rotten Tomato score of 48% for the critics, 54% for the audience, which feels low. I had a really good time watching this film. This film is obviously based on the comic book of the same name by Andy Diggle and Jacques from Vertigo DC Comics. And the reason I wanted to watch this film and then subsequently make the video was because my buddy Kara from the I Read Comic Books podcast brought it up in one of the episodes, which I'll link down in the description. And I just realized that I had never seen this film, and I like Andy Diggle's work. I love Jacques' art, and it's a comic that I have never read. Also, once you listen to the cast, like you'll know that this cast is super stacked, and there's no reason why I should not have read this before. So let me give you a quick synopsis, then we'll get into the review. On a mission deep in the Bolivian jungle, a team of elite commandos finds itself on the receiving end of a lethal betrayal. Now presumed dead, the men join forces with a mysterious operative named Aisha to hunt down their enemy and even the score. Um, this movie stars Jeffrey Dean Morgan as their leader, Clay, Zoe Saldana as Aisha, Chris Evans as Jensen, Idris Elba as Roque, Columbus Short as Pooch, and Oscar Janeda as Cougar. Um, and also we have Jason Patrick as Max, who is the antagonist of the film. So, uh, like I said, I had a really good time with this film. After looking at that cast, if you don't think you're gonna enjoy this film, you're probably wrong. But yeah, I had a really good time. I don't think it's the best film. I think there's definitely a lot that um, there's a few changes that I would make, but overall, like the performances are so good that you just can't help but to have a good time. This movie is an exhilarating and wildly entertaining film that will captivate you, whether it's the nonstop action or the humorous dialogue, and just the infectious camaraderie here. Directed by Sylvain White, and of course, like I mentioned, based on the beloved comic. This adrenaline pumping adventure will catapult you into a whirlwind of explosive set pieces, witty banter, and then leaving you with a grin at the end. You know, right from the beginning, this movie established itself as no holds bar action extravaganza. It wastes no time introducing the band of lovable misfits that I mentioned, and like I said, especially now that these people have done so much more with their careers, like 13 years later. It's really interesting to kind of go back and see them, except for a few of the guys. I don't know that they are. They didn't come to mind right away. But yeah, each character brings a unique flavor to the team, and their chemistry is really nothing short of delightful. Sharp, witty one-liners, just hilarious interactions. They create a constant stream of like just entertainment in the screen. One of the strengths of this film lies in the ability to strike a really good balance between that humor and those action sequences. We have some really cool set pieces that are choreographed and showcased, like a lot of the visual feast, big explosions, high speed car chases, pulse pounding, hand to hand combat, infiltration of buildings and stuff like that, all leading up to that big um, explosive action sequence towards the end of the film. So whether it's a daring escape or a tense showdown, this film just kind of keeps you like there's no really like late there's no downtime for this film overall. Most of the film we are in the thick of it. So and as I mentioned, we maintain a brisk tempo for the film that it allows you to take a little break, but never let that excitement wane. Never just kind of stop fully. It's got really stunning visuals, just a big, vibrant color palette. Specifically, like some of the wardrobe choices, I think, especially Chris Evans' character, he really brings a lot to the film. He plays a very different character than what he plays nowadays. He's more of a comedic relief, nerdy type of dude, but it's still Chris Evans, right? So, um, you know, and while this movie focuses on the action sequences, it tries to develop the characters. I don't know that every member of the team is given the full time that they deserve, But overall, it does a really good time in just giving you, a little bit of everyone that's to keep you invested in this journey. Whether it's Clay as the steadfast leader, who's rugged and charming and just brings a sense of groundedness to the group, or Roque, who's like Idris Elba as the toughest nail, second in command. Jensen, the tech savvy jokester, or Pooch, the loyal, resourceful member who's just trying to get back home to his family. Cougar is one of the cooler ones. Like, just he his performance exudes like just being cool. Like, it's kind of the epitome of the definition of the word. Um, but I feel like he's one of the more underserved characters. Unfortunately, he has some really like when he's on the screen, he's shining, but we don't see him as much as I would have liked it. So yeah, beneath all this, there's still like an exploration of some, uh, you know, very surface level but still interesting themes. I think like loyalty, redemption, teamwork, and what people are willing to do for each other. I will say Jason Patrick as the villain. It's great. Like, he's just so over the top. Um, it really feels like something. I don't know. He feels like he's from a different movie, but it perfectly fits into what we're seeing in this story. So it was a really fun movie. It was a really good time. I will say it is hard to find. I did have to rent it because it's not streaming anywhere currently at the moment. But this is one of those films that comes in and out of like HBO and Netflix and stuff. Like, it's in that rotation there because it's contemporary enough that people still want to watch him. It has a lot of star power, and overall the reception, I think it's medium to higher on it. So I really enjoyed this film. I think it's not the best. It has some areas where maybe they could have fixed some stuff, but overall, I was entertained for the full, 90 plus minutes that I was watching this film. So if you've seen this film, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. As always, thanks for watching, everyone. Remember to share, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, all that fun stuff here in the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.